Hello viewers, in today's class we are going to solve some problems from limits, and here we'll solve some problems on limits using this result which says that if n belongs to the set of rational numbers, here q is the set of rational numbers, then limit x tends to a, x raised to n minus a raised to n divided by x minus a is equal to n times a raised to n minus 1, right? So here we'll solve some problems on limits using this result, or in other words we can say that we'll apply this standard limit to solve some problems. So let us take the first problem. Now viewers, let us take the first problem. Here we have to evaluate the limit x tends to 2, x raised to 10 minus 1024 divided by x minus 2, right? So we'll evaluate this limit using this result. So let us first write this number 1024 as a power of 2, so we can express 1024 as 2 raised to 10, right? So we can find the prime factorization of 1024 and we can express it as 2 raised to 10. Now this expression can be written as the limit x tends to 2, x raised to 10 minus 2 raised to 10 divided by x minus 2, right? So once we have expressed this limit in this form, we can now compare these two expressions, right? So if we compare these two expressions, we see that the value of a is 2 and the value of n is 10, right? Because this is x raised to n minus a raised to n divided by x minus a. So the value of a is 2 and the value of n is 10, right? So this limit can be directly written as n times a raised to n minus 1. So n is 10 and a is 2, so we can write 2 raised to 10 minus 1, so we can write 10 times 2 raised to 9, right? And we know that 2 raised to 9 is 512, so this is 5120, right? So the value of this limit is 5120. So this is how we can apply this standard limit to evaluate limits of this kind. Let us take one more problem. Now viewers, let us take this problem. Here we have to find limit x tends to 9, x raised to 3 by 2 minus 27 divided by x minus 9, right? So our first aim is to transform this expression to this one, right? So we can write 27 as 9 raised to 3 by 2, right? Because 9 can be written as 3 square, and this is 3 by 2, and this 2 and 2 get cancelled, and we have 3 raised to 3, that is 27, right? So we can express 27 as 9 raised to 3 by 2, because here we have x minus 9, right? So x minus a, then we can take a as 9. So now we can write limit x tends to 9, and here we have x raised to 3 by 2 minus 9 raised to 3 by 2 divided by x minus 9. Now if we compare these two expressions, then we see that the value of a is 9 and n is 3 by 2, which is a rational number, right? So now we can write this limit as n times a raised to n minus 1. So the value of n is 3 by 2 times 9 raised to 3 by 2 minus 1, right? So this is 3 by 2 times 9 raised to 3 minus 2 over 2, which is 3 over 2 times 9 raised to half, and 9 raised to half can be written as 3 square raised to half. 2 and 2 get cancelled, so we have 3 over 2 times 3, that is 9 over 2, right? So the limit of this expression when x tends to 9 is equal to 9 over 2. So now viewers, let us take one more problem. Here we have limit x tends to 2, x raised to n minus 2 raised to n divided by x minus 2 is equal to 80, where n belongs to the set of natural numbers and we have to find the value of n, right? So now here we have to find the value of n, and in order to evaluate this limit, we'll make use of this standard limit, right? So now if we compare these two expressions, then we see that the value of a is 2, and then this limit, right? So this limit is equal to n times 2 raised to n minus 1, that is equal to 80, right? Because this limit is given as equal to 80, so we have n times 2 raised to n minus 1 is equal to 80, right? So now this is an equation in n, and we can easily find out the value of n. So we can write it as n times 2 raised to n divided by 2 is equal to 80. So this can further be written as n times 2 raised to n is equal to 160, right? So now by simple guesswork, we can see that the value of n is 5, right? So because 5 times 2 raised to 5 is equal to 160, because 5 times 2 raised to 5 is 32, and this is equal to 160, right? So here by simple calculation we can simply decide that n is equal to 5. Now viewers, let us take one more problem. So here we have to evaluate the limit x tends to 4, x cube minus 64 divided by x square minus 16. Here also we'll make use of this standard limit, but here we have to do one important step, and that step is we have to divide this numerator and denominator by x minus 4, right? Why we are dividing it by x minus 4, it will be clear because if we write it as x cube minus 64 divided by x minus 4 and divided by x square minus 16 divided by x minus 4, right? So here what we have done, we have divided the numerator and denominator by the factor x minus 4, because we want to split this limit into two limits of this form, right? So we can now write it as limit x tends to 4, x cube minus 64 can be written as 4 cube divided by x minus 4, and then we have divided by limit x tends to 4, x square minus 16. 16 can be written as 4 square, and here we have x minus 4, right? So this original limit is now written as a quotient of two limits of this form, right? So in the upper limit, that is in this limit, if we compare it with this one, then we see that the value of a is 4 and the value of n is 3, right? And if we compare this limit with this one, then we see that the value of a is 4 and the value of n is 2, right? So this limit is now equal to n times a raised to n minus 1. So n is 3 times 4 raised to 3 minus 1 divided by, and in the denominator we can write here 2 times a raised to n minus 1. So a is 4, so we have 4 raised to 2 minus 1. So this is 3 times 4 square, and this is 2 times 4 raised to 1, and this is 3 times 16 divided by 2 times 4, and we can write 4 4s are 16. This is 2 times, so we have 3 times 2, that is 6, right? So the limit of this rational expression is 6, right?